Dear James Wong, hello, how are you? I wanted to talk to you about something, well, many things, regarding your most recent episode of The X-Files, Ghouli, which aired last Wednesday. I have some things to say, which I'm afraid are too late coming, but I figured it was better to say them late than not at all. You see, I should have warned you, James Wong. We all should have warned you. Before the revival, you and Glenn Morgan hadn't written an episode since Season 4, and a lot happened after Season 4. And a lot of what happened was sort of awful, especially for Scully. I don't know what you were expecting, James Wong, but the Williams storyline was flawed from the start. Its very existence is its biggest problem, but there are other dozens of problems that follow. It was abundantly clear to me and many others that Chris Carter wasn't going to use William for anything but the mythology. When it wasn't convenient for Mulder and Scully to have a baby in Season 9, he got rid of him. When it suddenly became something that might draw the fans back in, William was brought back. William was never a character, only a plot device. His story was never meaningful for Mulder or Scully. The most emotion we got was seeing Scully cry a lot after she gave William up for adoption. Other than being sad about it, we never got to see the conflict raging inside our two beloved main characters who had to go through something unspeakably tragic. And that, James Wong, was where you stepped in. You saw the travesty that was the William story and said, I can fix that. And so you gave us Founder's Mutation, an episode that had Mulder and Scully pondering what their lives might have been like had they been able to raise William themselves. This was, well, hard to watch. Not only was it sad, not only were we able to see what Mulder and Scully lost when they gave him up, but for the first time we got to see Mulder grapple with the idea of fatherhood. Mulder never had the chance to really connect with William like Scully did. And seeing his daydreams and how good of a father he would have been was absolutely gut-wrenching for me. In fact, I was bedridden the next day after Founder's Mutation aired, and I am not exaggerating in the slightest. What upsets me the most about those flashbacks is that while they're well done, they're ultimately pointless for so many reasons. You see, James Wong, though there are many fans who would vehemently disagree with me, the show has never actually confirmed that Mulder is William's biological child. Oh, it hints at it, greatly implies it, and it certainly seems to make the most logical sense, but when it came right down to it, this show danced around the issue. This gave Chris Carter the room he needed to throw in the absolutely heinous plot development in My Struggle 3, bringing what we've always assumed, but never definitively known, into question. So Mulder's daydreams and Founder's Mutation could potentially be those of a man who may not even have a son. The show only reinforces this by showcasing the emotional connection Scully has with William, and not Mulder. Mulder is not allowed to grieve or pine for his son because Mulder isn't even allowed to effectively have a son. And that's terrible. The truth is, James Wong, the Williams storyline brings nothing but pain to Mulder, Scully, and the audience. And while I thought Ghouli was by far the best and most original non-Darren Morgan episode of the revival, its flaws still lie heavily in the fact that the Williams storyline sucks and always will. It's damaged beyond repair. There are only 5 more episodes of The X-Files left. There's no time to fix it. But still, James Wong, you try. With this latest episode, Ghouli, there is a scene where Scully sobs next to her son, who she thinks is dead, and tells him how she only meant to keep him safe and that she was sorry she failed him. The whole monologue is so tragic, so brutal, so heartbreaking that it honestly made me want to rip my ears off. Gillian Anderson can pull it off, yes, and she did brilliantly, but I don't want to see Scully suffer anymore. My poor, weak heart can't take it. This is the cruelest thing you could possibly do to Scully, next to killing off Mulder for good, and goodness knows we haven't been down that rabbit hole before. James Wong, I admire your intentions, I really do. And truth be told, apart from some shoddy camera work, I thought Ghouli was good, I really did. But I can't get over an episode like Ghouli. I can't get past Scully sobbing next to a body bag, and I can't get beyond William having 2 girlfriends for no reason, and I can't work my way through the fact that we know nothing about this kid and never will. In conclusion, James Wong, I think your efforts are admirable, noble even, and I certainly appreciate that you actually try. But James Wong, I just can't take it anymore. Scully can't take it anymore. The audience can't take it anymore. It's just so sad. Cruelly so. And this is the saddest part. It's ultimately pointless. Sincerely, your depressed fan, Megan, also known as Knife Ink Reviews. P.S. Love the Ghouli site.